Hi everybody, good morning. Welcome back to another video. Alright, first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been watching my videos. We just hit 100 subscribers recently, which is actually pretty cool for me to say. I don't think there was ever a time where I knew 100 people until now, so I definitely don't take this for granted at all. Honestly, starting this channel, filming these videos has been one of the coolest experiences I've ever been a part of. And just knowing that I get to share these videos with you guys, it's definitely one of the best decisions I've ever made. We're just gonna keep going, I'm just gonna keep going to new places, have a lot of fun, and if somebody finds this channel, like these videos, maybe they wanna subscribe as well. So to celebrate this wonderful milestone, I thought that today would be the day where I just go to places that I've been wanting to go to, but just haven't had the time yet. For example, this morning, I'm actually going to go to this breakfast spot called Miss Shirley's. Apparently, it's like a staple of Baltimore when it comes to breakfast restaurants. And then after that, I plan to go to Havre de Grace, which is a coastal city that's northeast of Baltimore that has a lot of history to it, kind of like Annapolis. It does take a while to get there though. I think it takes about maybe 50 minutes. So I definitely want to eat something before that. But yeah, we're just going to have a day full of fun today. Right now it's around 8:18 a.m. We're going to go eat breakfast and then we'll be on our way to Havre de Grace.
When you sleep next to me, I dream of eternity. I'll be the greatest I can be, as long as you hold me. And maybe I'm not more than what I am to those I love. And if the world is ending, I wanna be with you. And if I go to Hollywood, then baby, you're coming too, 'cause I want it, I do. Most things pass unnoticed. I might just be a speck in time, and it's alright.
Time to hit the road, baby.
You sleep next to me, I dream of eternity. I keep spinning round and round in circles, yeah, baby. How long am I allowed to go on? One day we collided and I'll never be the same. Yeah, you gave me reason to stay nice and remain. Yeah, I need you, I do. Most things pass unnoticed. I might just be a speck in time.
Yo, it's so cold right now. I can't even describe how cold it is. Look at my hands. It's all red and stuff. I can barely move it. Don't take it from me though. Take it from the geese. Look at, they're just all around the shores, all hibernating right now. For humans, at least we have clothes to keep ourselves warm, but I can't imagine how cold the animals must be feeling right now. Like if you look closely, all of the geese, they tuck their head to the back of their body. I guess that's their way of keeping warm. You can see some of the ice forming along the shores already, even though it's not snowing. That's how cold it is. It's beautiful out here though. Havre de Grace is like at the very northeast of Maryland. So it's almost New Jersey, but not yet. So there's this body of water right in between. Literally just a week ago, I was thinking about putting away my puffer jacket for good because I think the weather was around 40 to 50 degrees. So I was like, okay, it's getting warm now. And then just as I thought that, the wind came around. I don't know where it came from, but it just came. And then all of a sudden, now we're back to the 20s and 30s, maybe even 10s. One of my friends from high school, he was teaching me about this trick that you have to do when it's cold outside. He was like, it's only cold if you think it is cold. So if you trick your mind into thinking that it's warm, then maybe it will become warm. I tried that and it did not work at all. Like even right now, I'm telling myself, okay, it's warm, but it's still cold as hell. That's why there's barely anybody at this park right now. Only somebody crazy like me would still come to the park when it's this cold outside. Actually, let me check the weather today. I'm curious. Right now it is 30 degrees, but I can promise you it doesn't feel like 30 degrees. It feels like 0 degrees right now. All right, I gotta keep walking to keep myself warm. But this is a very good place to be right now. Very beautiful.
If the world is ending, I wanna be with you. And if I go to Hollywood, then baby, you're coming too. 'Cause I want it. I do. Most things pass unnoticed.
Now this is what I came here to see. The lighthouse. This area in particular, I think it's called Concord Point, actually has a lot of historical significance to it, particularly when it comes to the War of 1812. I think it says on this sign actually, it says, Havre de Grace, War of 1812. Here on the morning of May 3rd, 1813, British forces under Admiral Cockburn landed, sacked, and burned the town. The principal defenses were two small batteries on Concord Point. The Potato Battery on high ground was manned to the last by John O'Neill. I was wondering why Maryland in general has so many of these historical towns. Like for example, last time when I went to Annapolis, that was also a historical town. And then now Havre de Grace. It turns out that when I searched it up the other day, that Maryland was actually part of the original 13 colonies. I think it was called Province of Maryland back then. So that explains why there's so many of these places where, it has a remnant of history that has now turned into a park or some type of attraction where people can still visit and be able to learn about the history while still enjoying it. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen too many of these lighthouses anywhere other than if you go to a remote place like Havre de Grace. You can tell Havre de Grace is kind of like a small town because when you drive here, you'll see a lot of farms on the side. And then even now, it's just a big body of water. I would say, having already gone to Annapolis and then now to Havre de Grace, I think Annapolis is slightly more popular because there's more cars over there. Here's more of like a small town vibe where if you know about this place, you either have to be a local or you have to love Maryland so much to be able to come to a place like this. I would highly recommend coming here though. It's super chill. Also, sorry if the B-rolls in this video are kind of shaky. I was trying to film videos of the water and my hands kept shaking because of how cold it is. I still have to go home to see how the videos look when I edit it. But if it is shaky, I'm sorry. There's literally like nothing I can do. My hands just shake on its own.
Might just be a speck in time, and it's alright with me. When you sleep next to me, I dream of eternity. I keep spinning round and round in circles, yeah, baby. How long am I allowed to go on?
I was just about to go home, and then I saw this really cool car that's in front of this sign called Havre de Grace Maritime Museum. I thought it was like part of the museum, right? Because it just looks like something from the early 1900s. And then somebody just got into the car and drove away just now. Turns out people still drive those cars nowadays. Anyways, I don't think this museum is open right now. Otherwise, I would have really loved to go in to see what's inside. I'll tell you what though, I really like the vibes of this entire place. Havre de Grace just feels like a old school small town that still has its feels from the early 1900s. I was just watching season 5 of Stranger Things last night, which, if you haven't seen the show already, it's a show set in Indiana in the 1900s, and this place feels like that as I'm walking through it. Also, it's surprisingly peaceful to walk around here. Listen to how quiet it is. This type of silence you won't ever get in Baltimore, because like at least where we live, it's right near a hospital. So every day we'll hear sirens, the ambulance, things like that. To finally, get to experience this silence is definitely very, very rare. And so I'll definitely cherish this for as long as I can before I go back there. Havre de Grace, it's been a great one. Thank you for allowing me to be here.